What is going on, garden fans? Welcome back to the Permaculture Homestead. I was out here doing a little bit of work and I figured now is the perfect time to bring you on a summer garden tour. So what I got for you here today is some clips of me walking and talking and rambling as I always do. Hope you enjoy the footage. I wanted to say before we started that I'm noticing I'm just now hitting about 10,000 subscribers. So I wanted to take a moment to thank all of you, my family, my friends, my relatives, my boss, and all you other YouTubers out there who have been super supportive along this whole journey. I do this because I want to show the world that it's possible. You can grow a lot in a small space. It doesn't matter if you live on a balcony, on a rooftop, in an apartment, or in the suburbs like me. With a little bit of ingenuity, you can provide for yourself a lot of food. With that being said, garden fans, enjoy the tour. Welcome back, garden fans. We are hitting summertime here in Zone 8, South Carolina, and I kind of want to give you the food jungle walkabout here in under 5 minutes. Just highlight a few things. As our raspberry production is slowing down and our plum production is slowing down, other things are starting to pick up, especially the blackberries, goji berry, elderberry, and we are now getting some figs. So what's really cool about this whole food forest is that once spring comes around, we are actually harvesting a lot of food throughout the entire growing season. On our back porch here, we have this mixed polyculture of plants, edible and non-edible. There are things like foxglove in the back with mint, oregano as an understory, and then tansy is the major companion plant out here. It's a wonderful self-seeder and brings in a lot of beneficial pollinators. Underneath everything, we're growing our annual vegetables. So we got things like zucchini, we've got basil growing out here, and then parsley and mint. What I've done so far, garden fans, in the spring I topped off all of my brassicas, and now what they're doing is kind of putting on this summer growth for us. So just with smart pruning, we've been able to perennially harvest brassicas and things like collards and kale out here. So just a quick little tip for anybody growing in Zone 8. We've got other companion plants here like marigold growing with our squash and other kitchen herbs like sage. So like I said, I want to highlight a few things. The goji berry are coming on hard and heavy. This has been the heaviest year of production we've gotten off of them so far. And what we do is we pick these and we will dehydrate them. They kind of shrivel up, turn into a little raisin, and that's how we eat them basically. Carrot going to flower. I let some of my annuals go to flower. Really awesome looking flowers, and they bring in a bunch of beneficials. You can hear our chickens squawking. We got 5 little hens way back in March, and now what I have are 5 about adult chickens that are getting ready to start laying eggs for us. But they're super cute and they're all getting along right now. We have 2 buff Orpingtons, 2 sexed link reds, and then there's an Easter egger in there. Like I said, we having a big turnover of food crops that are harvesting. So the plums are slowing down and the raspberries are, but other things are picking up. This is gumi berry. I don't expect it to fruit for us until next year. Things like our parsley that's along our walkways have gone to seed, and what I'm going to do is help spread that seed so that we can have this perennial border of parsley growing on. One of our subtropicals is coming back. This is moringa. This is a power-packed, nutrient-dense green that we add to our salads. So moringa is coming back for the summer. Things like my hibiscus are also coming back. And quick shout out to Chris Towerton, the Bay Bush, putting on some new green growth. So I expect that bay tree to eventually bush out and be a nice companion for the mulberry that's right next to it. The mulberries are also slowing down right now. We're not getting a whole bunch of mulberries. I do expect my black mulberry to once again put on some fruit in the fall. Like I said, our blackberries are really putting on. And just like last year, I'm sure we're going to have enough blackberries to be able to store, can, bottle, freeze, make jellies, jams, all of that stuff. So blackberries are a big producer for us here on the Food Forest. And they're super sweet as always. Another one producing for us right now, garden fans, is our figs. This is a brown turkey fig. And this is the first year that she's been really loaded down with fruit. And this is going to be a pretty decent harvest of figs. We got a small harvest last year. This year looks like it's going to be much bigger. And you know, this is one of the things I love about this Food Forest, garden fans. As some things are slowing down and going out of season, like the plums. There's no more plums on here. Most of them have dropped. We've harvested some and ate some. But as those are slowing down, other things are starting to pick up production for us, which makes this a really beneficial way to grow. Way better than monocropping. A lot of our herbs are going to flower. Mint is flowering. The lemon balm is flowering. I love how these things flower and spread. Makes it very easy for me. I'm starting to have this natural spread of herbs that I want to have instead of a natural spread of weeds. So this is catnip right in here. Brings in tons of beneficial bugs. We got carpenter bees all over it. And pawpaws, garden fans. Pawpaws are looking good. I've got a whole bunch of pawpaws out here, and eventually they will be my late fall, early winter crop. So like I said, eventually we will be harvesting tree fruits throughout the entire growing season. Currently, these guys are about 6 feet tall, over 6 feet tall. They're both about 4 or 5 years old, and some of these are so mature that they're actually starting to spread out and throw out some runners. So this is a pawpaw runner right here, and what I'll do is probably dig that up in the fall and move it over to the project farm. Like I said, I've got tons of blackberries. This whole upper swale paddy area is filled with blackberries, and they're just now starting to turn. We did harvest a lot of the wild blackberries, and then what I love is that a month later we start to get the cultivated varieties of blackberries coming in. So these are all the Native American named blackberries, the Arapaho, Navajo, stuff like that. We've got a bunch of them, bunch of different varieties of blackberries. Anyway, garden fans, last thing I wanted to show you is the elderberry. Elderberry are coming on. So it's going to be pretty abundant, as it always has been. And I want to just thank you all for watching. As always, we couldn't do it without you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you got any questions about permaculture or gardening or food forestry, just ask, garden fans. We've been doing this a while, and I think we're going to continue to be doing this for a lot longer. Thanks for your support, as always, garden fans. Keep in touch, and God bless.